Every night at exactly 12, someone knocks at my door. I check the peephole, but there's never a face. Just a figure, still, waiting. It started like any other night. I was home alone, scrolling through my phone. Lights dim, a little. Music playing in the background. Nothing unusual. Until I heard it. A knock. 3, slow knocks at my front door. I froze. It was almost midnight. I wasn't expecting anyone. I muted the music, held my breath. And then silence. No footsteps walking away. No second knock. Just that eerie quiet that settles deep in your chest. I peeked through the peephole, nothing. No one. Maybe it was. The wind? I laughed it off. But I still locked every bolt on my door that night. And I don't usually do that. Next night, same time. 3 knocks. Exactly the same. But this time, I didn't get up. I just listened. And then I heard it, breathing. Not. Mind. Heavy, strained, right outside the door. I grabbed my phone, started recording the sound. But by the time I worked up the courage to open the door, no one was there. Just cold air and a strange smell. Like burnt plastic and soil. In the morning, I checked the porch. And I swear, I saw footprints, bare feet. No shoes. Right in front of my door. But the weird thing? They led to my door. Not away from it. I installed a security camera. Motion activated. Night vision. The whole deal. That night, at 11:57 p.m., the camera clicked on. 3 knocks again. I checked the footage immediately. And there it was. Someone standing at my door. But the face. There was no face. Just skin. Flat, pale, smooth skin where the eyes and mouth should be. I dropped my phone. Showed the footage to my friend. He laughed nervously and said, "Maybe it's a mask." But when he zoomed in. You could see it breathing. The skin pulsed like it was alive. And then it turned, its head slowly. And stared directly at the camera. No eyes, but it knew it was being watched. My friend stopped laughing. He told me to call the cops, but what do I say? Hey, there's a faceless creature knocking on my door every night. I waited again the next night. This time, the camera didn't work. It turned off just before midnight. Battery drained, which was impossible. It was fully charged. But something even stranger happened. It turned back on at 3:03 a.m. on its own, recording. The empty porch. Like whatever it was wanted me to know it could control what I saw. I started hearing it inside, not just outside the door. Any more. Scratching. From the walls. Like long nails dragging slowly, carefully, just behind the drywall. Always. Around 1 a.m., I press my ear against the cold surface and listen. No rats. No pipes. Just slow, crawling sounds. Like something was making its way through. The sound stopped in my bedroom. Closet. Always there. Every night. One night I opened it while it was happening. And the noise stopped instantly, like it was waiting for me to check. Inside. Nothing. Just my clothes. Some boxes. But it smelled like earth. Wet dirt. And something else? Like old meat. I swear I saw the clothes sway for a moment, even though the air was still. 2 days later, I noticed writing inside the closet door. It wasn't there before. Just one word, scratched in deep. Invite. I didn't write it. No one had been in my place, but the marks were real. Ran my fingers across them. They were warm. Fresh. It started as flashes. Dreams that felt too real. I'd see my front door, open just a crack. The hallway outside, completely dark. And then, the faceless one would appear. Not walking, not floating, just there. Standing in the doorway. Always silent. I couldn't move. Couldn't scream. Just stare. And every time I woke up, I was sweating and freezing at the same time. One night in the dream, It spoke, not with a mouth. It didn't have one. Words just filled my head like pressure. It said, "You saw me. Now let me in." Over and over again. Let me in. I screamed myself awake, but when I opened my eyes, I wasn't in my bed. Was standing at the front door. Hand on the lock. When I looked in the mirror that morning, there was something on my chest. A mark, like a burn. It looked like a circle with a slash through it. Same as the one I saw in the dream. That's when I knew. It wasn't just a nightmare. The knocking changed. It wasn't just 3 knocks anymore. It started with 3, then 5 the next night, then 7. Like a countdown. But counting to what? I watched the clock. Every night, the knocks came 1 minute earlier. Midnight. Then 11:59. Then 11:58. Like it was getting closer. Like it was running out of patience. I left my building to clear my head. At a gas station nearby, an old man approached. He looked shaken. Said, "It's chosen you." I asked him what he meant. He grabbed my wrist and said, "Don't open the door. Not even a crack. It can't come in unless you allow it." I pulled away. He backed off, mumbling something about the faceless and feeding on fear. I thought he was crazy, until I noticed the same burn mark on his neck. That night, I didn't lock the door. I needed to know if it was real. If all this was in my head. At midnight, the knob turned. Slowly. Clicked. The door creaked open 1/2 inch. Then it stopped. No footsteps. No breathing. Just the sound of it waiting. Right outside the frame. It didn't come in. But I knew. Next time, it might not need permission. I bolted the door. Every lock. Put furniture in front of it. But I was already too late, because it didn't need to come through the door anymore. That night, I heard it inside my apartment. A soft tap. On my bedroom window. 7 floors up. No balcony. Just glass. And the outline of something tall, standing still in the darkness. I didn't sleep. In the morning, I noticed something wrong in the bathroom mirror. Not with my face, with the space behind me. In the reflection. My hallway looked longer. Darker. And at the end of it, something moved. I turned around, no one there. But in the mirror, it was still standing. Faceless. Still. Watching. The reflection smiled, even though it had no mouth. Lights started to flicker. Bulbs would shatter in the middle of the night. My TV turned on by itself. Just static. But sometimes, for a second, the static would show something, a figure, standing at my door. Then it would vanish. My phone? Useless. Every photo I took now came out warped. Except one. Snapped a shot of my hallway. In the corner of the image. Was the faceless one, crawling on the ceiling. I packed a bag and left. I couldn't take it anymore. Rented a cheap motel across town. Didn't tell anyone where I went. Didn't bring anything from my apartment. I thought maybe it would stop, and maybe it was tied to the place. But that night, at 12:01 a.m., 3 knocks on my motel door. I looked through the PEEPHOLE. Nothing. Then I opened it. Just a slip of paper on the floor. No one in sight. One word written in smudged ink. Soon. I checked out immediately. Slept in my car. Windows FOGGED. And in the condensation on the glass, a handprint appeared. From the inside. I finally called a friend. Told him everything. He thought I needed sleep. Said I was spiraling. I stayed at his place that night. But around 1 a.m., he woke me up. Said, "Hey man, someone's at the door. They're asking for you." I told him, "Don't open it." He did anyway. There was nothing there. Just the smell of dirt. And when I looked at him, he had no face. Back at my place. I don't even remember how I got here. There's a letter slid under my door. No. Stamp. No name dot, just a circle with a slash through it dot inside. You're ready. Invite me. And under it, in my own handwriting, yes. I didn't write that dot, but part of me. What's to believe I did? I've started hearing voices. Not out loud. Inside dot soft dot reassuring dot. It tells me everything will stop if I open the door. If I just let him in. Don't even remember what his face used to look like, or if he ever had one. But I remember the first knock. Remember thinking it was harmless. That it wasn't dot. It never was dot. It's midnight. I'm sitting here, waiting dot 3 knocks, dot then silence dot then. The doorknob turns dot, it's unlocked. But I don't move. I don't breathe dot. It opens slowly dot, and for the first time. I see him fully tall, faceless, and smiling. Somehow dot he doesn't step inside. He just stands there and says, without a mouth, "You invited me. You always would." And now, I finally understand. This was never about him getting a dot. It was about me giving up. If this story haunted you, give it a like. Share it with someone who sleeps with the lights off. And subscribe so you're the first to hear the next knock.